Coming up on the Greg and Tim Show podcast.
This is the most beautiful moment. Everybody's here and it's so magical. It freaks me out sometimes when I think about it. You get a lot of hate for being the dumb blonde on the show or like whatever it is. My faith helps a lot. And today we're going to see how many kids can fit on this skateboard. That destroyed me mentally so much more than anything I deal with today. Wow, the last year in particular has just been unreal. And I'm a psychopath when it comes to dating. Always have
Just
been.
clip that out too.
I'm going to get me some cowboy boots and I'm going to make sure that I have blisters all over my feet by the end of this trip. This is true, right? And I'm like, no, stop.
What was that accent again?
I don't know.
Can
It's
you do that again?
Oh, yeah. Rooftop rave. Coolest thing I've ever done in my life.
Do you find that you're doing what you're, I'll use a cliche, doing what you're meant to do? That's, I guess I didn't come prepared.
We're all friends here.
Yeah, we've been here before.
Get your earballs ready. Welcome to the Greg and Tim Show podcast. Take time to sit back and relax and enjoy the show. Here are your hosts, Greg and Tim.
Here's this girl. She's doing things. We know her.
Welcome, you've been on the show twice now. This is your third time.
This is your third time.
And-
First time in the new chairs, though.
Am I the only person who's been on here 3 times?
You're the only
Yes.
person that's been on here twice.
Yes.
We're
I
not
can't
doing
remember
this again.
if we talked about this. I know we talked about bad singing once when you said you accidentally posted that. But do you sing like
I
at
sing a lot.
karaoke?
But
And
not at karaoke, no.
No?
I don't have that kind of courage. Calm down.
You would not do karaoke?
you don't have that kind of courage.
I'll
You
do
go on a
karaoke.
podcast.
That sounds like a challenge.
I'll do karaoke like at my friend. Like I have a lot of friends who are and they love the karaoke at their place. So like we'll do like hangouts and we'll do karaoke like with everybody. I'll do that for
It'd be
sure.
really funny when I bleep out the word.
Replace it with whatever you want.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I have these friends who are Russian. I mean,
Yeah.
they love their karaoke.
I'll do it like that. Actually funny. I've been to Nashville a couple times this year, and the last time I was there, I went for like a very much like girls trip.
Right.
I'm like I need to get away from everything in life, and of course that's impossible to do. But that was my goal, and I'd said to my best friend who I took with me, I'm like, we have to do karaoke. I stepped one foot inside of one of the places with open mic, and I was like, oh no, this is American Idol auditions here. We are not doing
But
karaoke.
they love the bad ones way more than the good ones.
Yeah, but it's like here I can get away with being maybe decent.
Mhm.
Right.
There, it's like get off the stage,
They'll
idiot.
boo you.
There's like
and-
talent scouts there. I'm like, no.
There's no pressure though.
Yeah, what's the pressure?
You're not going to get scouted.
Well, obviously, it's intense. And you know what? That's the thing though, is if you do karaoke and you come up after somebody who's really good,
Yeah.
everybody hates you. Like, and meanwhile, I want like prestige worldwide type of
Okay.
karaoke. Like
Yeah.
that's my vibe. Not auditioning.
Okay.
Like that was a little.
So you want to be the top dog when you're doing it.
I want to be the best out of all the bad people.
Yeah.
Ideally, yeah.
Yeah.
But you have to remember all those people who are doing karaoke in Nashville actually think they're going to be somebody. You don't have a care in the world about you.
That
There's no
is true.
pressure on you.
That is
Yeah.
true.
You're
And-
already somebody.
And then
To
if all of a
be
sudden
fair-
someone from a talent agency checks you out, then it's a bonus, right?
Yeah.
To be fair, most of those people from Nashville are actually probably going to be somebody one day. The talent there is, wow.
Pretty awesome.
Holy moly. I've never heard vocals like that in my life before. It is just.
What
I should go to Nashville.
what baffles? I've been to Nashville.
There's
Okay.
direct flights.
Nashville.
From Winnipeg?
Have you not been to Nashville?
Never been to Nashville. I've been to Vegas a lot.
That's
Nashville's
boring.
like a good Vegas.
Vegas is
what's-
boring.
You know, yeah, Vegas is
I
boring.
way prefer Nashville than Vegas.
Yeah,
Really?
same here.
Way prefer it.
You know what it is though, is like, it's actually funny you say that because when I went on my trip in the summertime, my girlfriend and I, we wanted to do Vegas because I hadn't been in a couple of years. I've been to Vegas quite a few times, but I haven't been for a while. And I was like,
Mhm.
let's just go to Vegas. Let's go see like I want to go to a rave. Like I want to have fun. Like let's just be somewhere like that. And then the more I thought about it, I was like, no, Nashville is way better. It's like the
way
less
better. Yeah,
the less degenerate version of Vegas.
100%.
It's like Nashville.
Is there as much entertainment there though?
Yeah.
Like without like
Oh yeah, there's tons
liking
of
country music?
Oh yeah, there's concerts. I went to a rave when I was out there.
A rave?
Oh yeah, rooftop rave, coolest thing I've ever done in my life. It was so sweet. But like I find that Nashville is like the way that I could summarize the scene there is it's like people who party hard, so much fun, so much entertainment without the danger to some degree to like big indifference there when it comes to Las Vegas.
Yeah.
And like everybody just lives their best life and is so happy, but then wakes up for church on Sunday morning.
Agreed.
Like,
Yep.
and so it's a really, I don't know, really good crowd of people there. For
Interesting.
sure. Whereas like Vegas is like people miss their flights on Sunday morning.
Yeah.
You know, different vibes. And
Or don't sleep before their flights on Sunday morning.
that too. It's just it's not the vibe. I'm getting old.
Yeah? You're almost 30?
Yeah. I'm
So
getting
you're
there.
saying Nashville's a tame version of Vegas
Oh yeah.
without the syringes.
Yeah. And they have a cool
Nashville
zoo.
doesn't have syringes. Wow. How are they
It's a
keeping the place so
euphemism.
clean then? With all of the people that are partying, and how do they keep the
Because-
degenerates out? Maybe that's where our mayor should go.
That's a good point. Okay. I like that. I would say, how do they keep the degenerates out? I think it's the culture. It's totally the culture. Like you have this community that's like founded on like, you know, freedom, God, country love,
Mm-hmm.
country music love, I could say. And like there's just a lot of really humble people there. Lots of people who like come in from other parts of Tennessee for the weekend and things like that. And it's just like it's a really business friendly place, really business savvy. People are hard workers.
Okay.
They have good morals, good principles, good values. Whereas like Vegas is just
Not
no
that.
shade on Vegas. Vegas is super fun to go to
Yeah.
if you have a reason to go there. Like
Shows or
yeah, like there's tons of great stuff to do. There's tons of wonderful
Yeah,
people.
lose all
there,
your
too.
money.
But
people getting
Get drunk.
married.
Mhm. I think you know what is a big difference though is if you ever meet locals from Vegas, there's a good chunk of them who never go to the Strip.
No,
Oh,
they live outside. Yeah.
Because it's awful,
Yeah.
right? And it's
Yeah.
filled with that. It's not that it's awful. The Strip is super fun, but like it's they live there.
Explore Vegas.
tell me what?
Yeah.
Tell me
Jasmin
more about the
Laine.
super fun strip.
And they're like, ugh.
He loves Vegas, so he's going to push back a little bit.
But like, whereas Nashville, you have people who like, yeah, it's obviously it still is a touristy spot, but they do go
Yeah.
downtown. They will still go in for certain things, or I don't know. It's a very different group of people. I've just like small town country vibes
Yeah,
with less degeneracy down the main strips.
that's fair.
So you went on a girls' trip. How many girls?
Me and my best friend.
Okay, so two.
Yeah.
2 girls.
We just talked about last episode the differences between guys trips, girls trips, and what do you find are the differences? I know you've never been on a
Yeah.
guys trip.
Here I am identifying as a
We
man
we,
trip.
we figure girls spend more.
No,
No,
not
So-
in my friend group.
So we did a guys trip for a whole week, 8 days.
Yeah.
That's way too long.
to Florida. 8 guys, 8 days. So 1 day per guy.
Spring
I don't know what
trip,
that
Florida.
means.
Yeah.
But
You gotta keep it fair.
We did it for about $1,100.
Total
Each
each,
Yeah.
including
flights,
flight.
Yep. Flights,
cost the share of the
games,
Airbnb.
the Airbnb, the
I could do
car.
that. Oh, I couldn't do that with the Airbnb. I'd splurge on that. But if you're splitting it between 8, that's doable.
Yeah.
hmm
So a girls trip could be that cheap
Oh yeah,
with the shopping.
I don't shop.
You don't shop?
No.
Wow.
Nashville isn't really a shopping destination.
not?
though.
If
No.
you want to go to like, if there's like some
You don't go to Nashville to shop.
no,
No.
you know, like Vegas is even there. That's different there because they have those outlets, and some people
Yeah.
really enjoy that. Or there's some like more higher end stuff you can find. But Nashville's not really a shop.
No.
Not really, unless of course you're like, I'm gonna get me some cowboy boots, and I'm gonna make sure that I have
And a-
blisters all over my feet by the end of this trip.
And a cowboy hat.
Of course.
Did you wear a cowboy hat
No,
while
I
you were
would
there?
never.
What?
No, my friend did have cowboy boots on though.
And did her feet hurt?
No, actually, which was
Okay.
shocking to me. It's her first time ever wearing them. I
Yeah.
was like,
Didn't even have to break them in.
yeah, I was
Just
really
right out of the
impressed.
box.
You go to Texas for that anyway.
We didn't
Boots,
even really
hat.
introduce really.
Yeah.
So, Jasmin, you are now, I can say this, a YouTube personality. You are all over YouTube with the political stuff. You recently interviewed Pierre Poilievre twice.
Mhm.
Twice. You have a lot of controversial takes on some things, depending on which side of the aisle you're on, and a lot of things that are common sense. And basically, it is over opinionated with Jasmin Laine, which I think I love the title because, no, I love the title because it's honestly your opinion.
Mhm.
And I think that for a while, the first time we interviewed you, if people go back to the first time we interviewed you, you were holding back on your opinion.
Oh yeah.
And I think the reason why I knew that was because we talked after the show and you had a lot more opinions after the tape was stopped and everything was stopped recording. So it's great to have you on for the third time right now, because there's a progression to your life. You've gone from being a radio personality to starting out on YouTube and really trying to get your footing. And you said to Steven, I got to take this for 3 months to get going.
5 months.
5 months, was
Yeah.
it? Okay, 5 months to really get my footing, to really get going on this. I'm going to do this. To now, it's been a year and a half?
Yeah.
A year and a half now. So tell me, what has changed in the last year and a half in your life?
You know, it's funny. My quick answer would say, if I'm just looking at materialistically, absolutely nothing. My life has not changed at all. I'm still the cheapest one in my entire family. I live in the exact same place. I shop at all the same places. I still haven't traveled in forever. Like, I'm
Still just one dog?
Yep, still one dog. Nothing at all materially has changed in the slightest. I expect that to continue because that's just kind of how I am.
Mhm.
But mentally, emotionally, drive and purpose wise, everything has changed. Like, I really it's wow. The last year in particular has just been unreal. But I consider myself incredibly blessed to be overwhelmed for the life I never thought I would actually attain.
Yeah.
I just didn't even think that that was a possibility, and lo and behold, here we are. So I don't know. That's like such a vague, generic answer, but there's so much to it in so many little ways of things to unpack.
I think it was about a year ago that we last chatted.
Yeah.
When things were starting to take off for
Mhm.
you. I remember seeing a post from you that you were celebrating, was it 20,000
Yeah.
views or 20,000 views?
20,000 subscribers.
A year ago. And then, now look at what everything's happened. Interviewing Pierre Polyev was probably one of the highlights, I would assume, of the last year. I'm just putting
Mhm.
these out there right now, but what other than Pierre Polyev has been your highlight of the year?
You know, interviewing him was really cool. And being able to spend time with him in the way that I have, like I was just with him in Ottawa about 2 weeks ago. That's all really cool. It's really insightful. I would honestly say the highlights that I have is being in the space where I am, and also just being who I am. Like, I genuinely want to learn really bad. I don't want to screw anybody over at all. I want to see everybody thrive and be amazing. There's so many other people in the space that I've connected with, and like, I don't view any of them as my competition. They're my friends.
Yeah.
And I learn from them. I'm constantly picking their brains, and like, that is the coolest part. But I would say more than that even is all of the off the records that I get to have with people,
Mhm.
whether that be people from Trump's administration, people from Canada's government as well, various levels of law enforcement, retired and actively serving, like those little bits of information and stories that you learn that I would have never in a million years imagined I could have the conversations with people that
Mhm.
I do. Like, there's people that I have in my contacts where, I send them cute pictures of my dog and we joke about the dumbest, silliest things, but they're these like high ranking officials.
Mhm.
And so that's something that I didn't really expect to be a part of it.
Yeah.
But I think it's like, I genuinely like people, and I like to get to know them. I want people to have at least some respect for me as well. So I strive pretty hard to maintain relationships where I can. And so I would say, as a whole, it's like all of the, sure, you see me on camera talking to some high ranking people or people who you may be a fan of, and that's amazing. I'm so honored to be able to help get the message across, and to help maybe fill in some gaps that people may have. But
Mhm.
it's all of the stuff that goes in behind that, like all of the stories that are told behind the scenes, and just things that I learned throughout that process, to as I continue to strive to see, and I guess maybe make sure that I'm on the right chart, like
Yeah.
I'm walking the right path that I'm supposed to be going down
Do you wish you could just give up some of those secrets that are behind the scenes?
every day.
Yeah.
Every day.
Is it hard?
It is very challenging. I would say the most challenging of all has been stuff with the US administration.
Which secret is that?
There have been
You have the real Epstein files, I guess.
there have been conversations and meetings that I've had in person as well, that are always like so chaotically planned and so intense,
Mm-hmm.
that I don't even tell Steven about them. I can't. I'll call him afterwards and just be like, that was really, really good. I can't tell you anything about it though. Like I just can't. Like
Yeah.
I really take that part seriously. Having an off the record that's confidential, I really, really take that
You can't
seriously.
tell your partner
Well, because then he could
in
tell
a
somebody.
That's the
personal.
yeah. I could tell him things probably,
Yeah.
but
Then you'd have to kill him.
Yeah, obviously. I just fear, and it's not that I don't trust him or anything like
Yeah.
that, but it's just sometimes things are really sensitive, and it's like you just never know if something could possibly slip out. But even more so than me not trusting him, honestly, the real reason why like I won't tell my mom about these things or whatever, it has nothing to do with them and who they are. It really just has to do with me respecting so much that somebody shared that with me in confidence.
Yeah.
And even though I could probably get away with telling a couple people, I don't want to risk that, and I don't want to breach that.
Ruin the relationship.
Yeah. Like even if there's no risk at all, I'm like, I can't. I promised I wouldn't, so I can't.
So a year ago, you kind of described yourself as maybe a moderate,
Mhm.
and now you seem to have gravitated toward the right side politically. I'm not going to
That
get
is
into
so fun.
I'm not going to get into the politics quite yet.
Yeah.
But just the idea, it seems like when people are more right-centered politically and they say their opinions, they get a lot of blowback.
Mhm.
Whereas, people might call them names that you probably have some experience in. Now that you are a year and a half into this, how do you deal with some of the negative things that people say about you, whether it's personal, whether it's in your belief system? Do you find you have to get more of a thick skin? Do you find that just bounces off you? Did some of the stuff affect you? How do you deal with that kind of stuff?
So first and foremost, I would still totally describe myself as a moderate. But I honestly don't know that much of my views have changed. Perhaps my education around them has changed a little bit. So that might be, there's just more dropping of the facts. But having said that, though, I think I'm very lucky that I had my past media experience that destroyed me mentally so much more than anything I deal with today. I don't know why that is. Maybe it's just because the topics that I'm covering can be so divisive. Politics is not a fun world to be in much respect, but as a whole, the love and support out there is so great. And I think ultimately too, the one thing that really helps me stay grounded is that like I know in my heart of hearts that there is nothing about information that I'm sharing that has like maliciousness or malintent to it. I'm working things out, I'm going through data, and I'm taking you along that journey with me. And I think things could bother me more if I was looking for approval perhaps, but with this journey of my life and this new career that I've stumbled upon, I wasn't looking for anything. I really did just have that moment where I was like, I'm going to start talking about these things because there's no women my age who are, and I know that there's others who feel like me, and I'm just going to start saying it. Let's go. And I did. And I never expected it to turn into anything good or bad. I just kind of expected it to be nothing really. And then it turned into something really cool. And so I think maybe my motivation from the get-go was like very, very genuine curiosity, perhaps, above, I'm out here, I'm trying to become the most watched person in the internet, which is impossible. But
Mr. Beast has that.
Yeah, I know. So. I could never.
You kind of touched on it a little bit though about being a female voice. Do you feel like female voices are underrepresented in the conservative Canadian climate? We have a lot of them in the American climate. You have people like Candace Owens. You have people like Brett Cooper. You have people that are very conservative in the American side, but you don't see it as much for females in Canada. Do you feel like that was underrepresented?
100%. Yeah. I honestly think that's a big reason why I reached some of the highs that I did so quickly, is because there really was a massive void there. And it's kind of interesting because like, and I don't even, this is also maybe too why I just care so much. Like, I just feel everything about my life is so stable right now in a way that I never experienced before. Like I used to always kind of be trying to chase something, and I'm just not anymore. I just feel really comfortable and really stable. And before, like being a female voice on the radio, that was like always something where like you'd be on the billboard and you're the hot girl on the billboard, and you get
Yeah.
met with a lot of that, and you get a lot of hate for being the dumb blonde on the show or like whatever it is. And that kind of stuff would eat away at me largely because I think mostly because I didn't feel like anybody really knew me, and so I felt really judged. Whereas nowadays I feel like people have such a good idea of who I am. And people still, of course, there's many layers to a person, but
Yeah.
like I've had a lot of really serious chats on camera. I've opened up about my life a lot, as I have on this show as
Yep.
well in the past. And I'm really humbled by the struggles that I've had and what I've chosen to do with them. And I like 50+% of my audience on most platforms is women.
hmm
And to me, that just signals, excuse me, how much there is just such a desire from other women to hear that.
Yeah.
And they may not be the type who are going to be like loudly in support of you, but they're there. I see them in all my analytics.
Yeah.
And even when I do public speaking engagements, there's so many women who come up to me. Like I've had women before who have like traveled distances just to come and hear me speak at something for a half an hour.
Wow.
And I would say like the biggest support I get is from other women.
Yeah.
The most respectful support I get is from other women. And I really do feel like there's this weird community bind to that. And I know that, when it comes to like culture and politics, women's gripes are talked about so frequently, but I really do feel like there is just such a negative space in Canada when it comes to that. And
Yeah.
and for me at least, as far as I know, as I say this right now, I am the only female who is doing this independently.
hmm
There's a few others out there, but they're backed by other organizations, other media
Or the
organizations.
previous politicians.
Yeah, like whereas for me, I'm literally the only one that I know of right now
hmm
who is doing what I'm doing.
Do you find that strange?
Yeah. Yeah,
That
I
you're the
do.
only one?
It freaks me out sometimes when I think about it.
Yeah.
But I hope also that it helps others maybe do that as well.
So you say it's very important to you to kind of impact women in that way, that 50 percentile. Do you find that you're changing the opinions that women might hold, or do you think you're making it more comfortable for women to express things they don't think they should say, and you make them kind of be more at home in those opinions? Like, how do you feel you're impacting women in general?
I would say all of the above. One of the number one things that I do hear from people is that, and I actually don't like this. It's flattering and it's an honor, but I don't like this because I don't like the underlying meaning of it. But the number one thing I hear is like, "Thank you for being my voice. You say what I wish I could." And again, that's such a huge honor. Thank you for saying that. Like that's really kind of you.
Yeah.
But I don't like the underlying meaning of it, which is that people still feel that even though we live in democracy, that you can't say what you think when it comes to politics. You can't be an active participant in our democratic process unless it's on this one side. And so that makes me feel kind of sick to my gut a little bit. But I'm
It's unfortunate but true, or it's not correct. Like,
I would say like unfortunate but true.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. You being a public person now, you're on YouTube and you're very publicly accessible. You say that back when you first came on our show, I think the first time you came on, you said like my DMs are always open. Are your DMs always open still?
Yes.
Okay. So people that want to reach out and want to question things, they can do that. Okay.
Yeah.
You get a lot of mean comments on your videos. You recently did an Instagram video highlighting some of the meanest ones that you'd received. Are you finding they're coming from the males, or are you finding they're coming from females mostly?
I honestly don't know.
Okay.
Because I would say the vast majority of them that I can identify are men. Like some comments, people will have like ghost or throwaway accounts, so
Okay.
you don't actually know.
Yeah.
But there's some platforms for sure where people are particularly vile, where they maybe have actually put their name in, and that's a man name, so
Yeah.
presumably that's a man, unless it's I don't know, somebody trying to fake me out there. I would say definitely the meanest stuff I get is usually very sexually derogatory from men
Mhm.
of all ages, particularly old enough to be my grandpa, I've
Mhm.
noticed. But so for the ones that I can identify, definitely men. For sure there's women in there too, though. Obviously, girls love to pick on girls. Like,
Yeah.
welcome to high school
Yeah.
101.
That's YouTube.
Yeah. So it comes from everything, but I would say for sure men are a big one in terms of being very critical of your appearance or, other just.
But that's kind of life online. If you're a big,
100%.
because I think she might have a lot of them, but not nearly as much as some other web.
Oh my gosh.
sites, right?
Yeah. This is
Probably
nothing.
less.
I'm walking through a pasture over here. Like, this is nothing crazy.
Yeah. And we get no comments. So it's better that way.
Do you typically laugh them off though? Or do you take them seriously? Do you just brush them
How do
aside?
you keep a positive mindset with them?
I don't know. My faith helps a lot. So again, when I say that my life feels really stable right now, like I do everything in my power every single day, multiple times a day to make sure that I'm on the right course, to show me when I'm not. And the little miracles just kind of keep coming, and I will take that as a positive sign that something good is going to come from all of this at one day or another. But I would say overall, I don't actually really care that much. Like, I don't know these people enough for their opinion to affect me. Sometimes I'm a human being, of course. So like sometimes there will be things where I'm like, seriously, like, come on, man. Like, where it's kind of like annoying that there's something that people keep saying about you because it's just demonstrably false and there's no evidence.
Yeah.
But overall, when people criticize something in good faith, or they criticize something at least that's valid, I'm more than willing to be like, you might have a point there. You're right. I could have said that differently. And I've responded to people in many situations like that too, where I'm like, I didn't, you're right. I didn't say that right. That gave off a different impression than what I was hoping for.
And some people on social media or media in general today, it's like they have the opinion that no news is bad news, no publicity is bad publicity.
Mm-hmm.
So you almost get equal effect from the negative comments as the positive ones too.
Mm-hmm. Well, and the positive outweigh the negative.
Sometimes the negative comments can actually build your platform even more.
I've heard that before, actually, with I can't remember who this is, but there's somebody who does political commentary where they had there, and was this Candace Owens maybe who I'm thinking
I think
of?
it might be it.
Where it was something where they had done, there was another like researcher or something who had gone through some of the data who like found that all of the hate she was getting actually like
grew her platform.
Well, because
like
you get
rocket ship.
Because if you get positive comments, they just end there. But if you get a negative comment, then you get arguing back and forth. That's how websites are.
You know what I think is kind of funny about social media in that regard too, though, is like if you let's say that you're really left leaning and you hate me because I'm not, and you are like always commenting on my stuff, even if it's something really mean, because you're commenting on my stuff, the algorithm will naturally start sending my content to people who follow you and vice versa. And so there's actually been like a lot of people for sure that have, I want to say, almost had like an awakening because maybe they followed Deborah from accounting on Facebook or something like that. And then suddenly my account started getting shared with them. And they're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I've never heard of you before. So like it does have like a bit of a ripple effect too. And in terms of views and stuff, if that's your goal, for sure, any comments are good comments,
Deborah from accounting.
Yeah.
It does sound like an accounting name. Yeah, it's Deborah from accounting.
So it depends. It depends what your goal is for sure. But I would say overall, I got stuff to do, like I can't.
So you're not reading them.
I can't waste my time.
I'm listening to you talk, and the word authentic comes to mind a little bit. Do you find that, and you say you're at peace about this. Do you find that you're doing what you're, I'll use a cliche, doing what you're meant to do?
At risk of sounding prideful, because I don't like that, yes. And I say that based on, number one, how frequently I am putting it out into the universe. Give me every sign in the world to stop. Give me the smallest sign in the world to stop, and I will stop. Or show me that I'm on the right path. And then all of these crazy opportunities come. And also in the fact that, like, I've always really liked talking. Obviously, I've been doing it professionally for 12 years. So I've always really, really enjoyed that. But there's something about this style of it, researching the way that I am, learning the way that I am, and having conversations with as many people as I am, that truly, it does. I don't know. It's like I have some days that are like 16, 17-hour days. I have some days that are travel. And then as soon as I land, I'm doing something else. I have a meeting, whatever it may be. and it doesn't feel like anything. Like
Yeah.
I don't want to take time off. I don't need to take time off. I really enjoyed this. I'm really happy. I'm really, really happy. I've never felt like that in a career before in my life. And so that alone, I think, is a really good sign that there's something about this that certainly clicks with what I meant to do, or I don't know. Yeah, I guess that's how I would describe it, was what
Yeah.
I'm meant to do. It really does feel just so natural to me. And then also just the progression of it was so rapid. Everything happened really fast, and I haven't really had the time to process that yet. But that alone too is just like, okay, well, obviously there's something there. I mean, I told Steven, give me 5 months. I'm not going to have a job for 5 months. Can you please buy groceries for the next 5 months? And he's
Yep.
like, yep, I'm on it. And then
Yeah.
within 3 months, I was like, I don't need that anymore. Actually, this is going to be okay.
He bought the wrong groceries.
Yeah, I was like, I'm allergic to fish. Why did you do that? I don't need this anymore. I'm dead.
He didn't buy the right eggs from Harley.
He bought the
We
brown
had an
ones.
egg farmer on a couple of weeks ago, so
Oh,
yeah,
hook it up. I love egg farmers.
yeah. They provide for a lot of big places. So,
I just had a visual of egg farmers like a 12-month calendar. I love egg farmers. What?
just a 12-month egg farmer calendar.
You know,
And it's all
with
Harley.
the overalls and no shirt.
Yeah, it's all Harley.
That's awesome.
You want to ask your Trump question?
I don't want to forget my first. I was going to start the
Oh,
episode.
yeah, he was supposed to start the episode.
Okay.
So this is a very important question. Okay, so take this very seriously.
When
okay?
you start off with that, I feel like it's not, but okay.
So you do daily updates. You're on social media. Your face is there. Your clothing is there. We have this argument about. I always forget what I wear every episode. And he says you're wearing the same black shirt 4 times in a row, and
Yeah,
I don't
you
even.
gave it to
I
him to wear
don't. I
today.
don't realize that because I'm not taking into account what I wore. Because so do you go and go back into every episode and make sure you're wearing different things
Yes,
every episode?
absolutely, I do. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I would say if
You were thinking that was going to go differently. He thought that answer was going to be different.
No, I thought it would go that way.
No, I 100%. If there is anything that I have, because I'm not a big shopper at all. I love going to Winners. I don't usually buy things. I go there because it makes me feel good to look at everything, not
Yeah.
because I actually
there's good
buy
deals.
stuff. That is true, but like I really
You go to there to look at everything.
I
But not-
I window shop. That's what I call
Okay.
it. Yeah, I literally window shop. I will if I want to get out of the house, I'm having
Yeah.
a day, I go to Winners and I just walk around. Oh wow, those are some really nice sheets. Ooh, $79. Not for me. But those do feel really good. Oh, look at that cute dog toy. I don't know. It's just like serotonin after
Yeah.
hit after hit, but I never buy anything. But out of anything that I have actually invested money in on myself, other than just like my studio and equipment and the stuff that I need to keep my business afloat, I'm like singularly shirts.
Mhm.
I have, because I'm usually like waist up.
Yeah.
And so it's shirts. I have more shirts than I've ever had in my life.
And this is the 3rd different shirt you've worn on our show.
That is true. Yeah.
Did
you know
you
what
go
I
back
noticed
and
today
check?
though? When I was
They're all long sleeves.
They're all like this mock
Yep.
neck long sleeve. The first time it was a red one.
Yeah.
The
And
second
green.
time it was like a greeny gray one. And then this time it's brown. So
Always the same.
Yeah.
Did you go back and check to see that on our episodes what you were wearing so you'd wear something different?
No,
because you
at
had that on the
all.
tip of your tongue. That the first time I was
Because
wearing
thought
the red
about it
one.
when I parked my car. I was like, oh,
Did I wear something
crap.
different?
I don't have that kind of memory.
I think I'm wearing the exact same thing I wore last time. Shoot. Well, whatever. This one's cuter. It's a different color.
So there was 2 weeks in a row that, and it's like I'm okay with like this shirt. If you wore this week and in 3
I was
weeks, wear the
pretty
same
sure I
shirt,
didn't wear this shirt the last
But
time.
it's not this shirt. It's the shirt that has like a logo on it.
Mhm.
And when you wear the same logo 2 weeks in a row, the continuity, people don't know it's a new episode.
They think it's yeah. That
Because
makes
he's wearing
sense.
the same shirt both times. So even one time we recorded 2 episodes in one day, I told him bring a different shirt so that you can change after the first
Yeah.
recording to have a different
Did
shirt.
you
didn't
not?
I? Didn't I? I'm
You
pretty sure.
did.
Yeah, I did.
But I made him because, and he's like, well, nobody's gonna. I'm like, people notice these things if they're watching and they watch one and then they watch the next one. They think it's the same thing.
Yeah. Well, you
Yeah.
could if you brought one shirt, you could just take the shirt off and be shirtless the next one.
Please don't.
Yeah, I'm good with that too.
It's actually funny you bring that up. especially when I travel. Because whenever I travel, which has been frequent, I have multiple things booked in a day or over the course of a couple days. And so I have so many outfits with me. But even I was in Toronto like about a month ago or so, and there was 3 tapings that I was a part of. And it was all on the same day, like maybe like 7 hours worth of a day with 3 different shows I was doing. I brought a different outfit for every single one of them.
Yeah.
Which is psychotic. I didn't need to. They're different platforms, different shows, different hosts.
No, it
and
makes
I'm
sense,
like,
though.
no, bring in a new outfit for every single one of these. And
There are 3 different interviews.
yeah, so it's 3 different occasions, obviously.
Yeah.
But
if someone tuned into all 3 interviews, they would see that
and
you
then
have different outfits.
Yeah.
Other ones like, wow, she's wearing the same outfit.
Mhm.
Hope she bought deodorant or something like that.
But the question I have then, though, is your YouTube, and because I get a little bit into the YouTube rabbit hole and I watch a lot of it, I've noticed, you know who David Dobrik is?
I know that name.
He's a very famous YouTuber.
Okay.
I've noticed that you've used his thumbnail style.
Is it working?
And I'm guessing that it is because you continue to see growth. But what he does is he has like 4 different faces he uses.
Mhm.
And if you go through his library of episodes, the background on the 4 faces is always different, but it's the same
Mhm.
it's the same reaction or the same facial expression on all of them. And he's just copying and pasting them on, but he's not doing like back to back. He's doing like 1, 2, 3, 1, 3, 2,
Oh,
and
that's
doing like that
smart.
type of thing. So I kind of get the feeling that you're following that kind of.
Yeah, that's called lazy.
Okay.
That's called lazy for sure. You know,
Cut and paste.
it's funny because when I first started, I had a different picture for every video, and I
Mhm.
tried really hard to mix it up. Like same outfit, I would have like a little supermodel documentary hour on my cell phone, and okay, great, yeah, this is good. And you copy and paste it in there.
Yep.
Remove the background.
Is this the one
okay, great.
with the cowboy hat, the Canada
Oh,
cowboy
I
hat?
do miss that. That was a good era. But I used to always have different ones, like different faces, different whatever.
Mhm.
And I had like 40 or something that I would pick from. And then one day I was like, this is too much. And I started seeing that other people that I follow just use the same one or the same 3. And I'm like, that makes way more sense.
That's efficient.
Okay.
It's not lazy. It's
yeah,
efficient.
let's do that. Instead
So
of
this
having,
isn't something you learned through because you have YouTube connections.
not
taught you-
directly. There was never, you know what though? I did have one YouTube connection who was the one who said you have to stop wearing the cowboy hat. It makes you not look serious, and you
The
are
Canada.
serious. And I was like, but I love that hat. And he's like, I don't care.
I don't care.
That was his reaction.
I love that.
I love that.
I don't care.
No,
All right, let's insert some American politics talk here.
Okay.
Secrets.
We a lot of stuff has happened in the U.S. It seems
Yeah.
like it's exploded for some good and bad reasons. But we have this dichotomy in the U.S. in the last month where there's a government shutdown.
Mhm. Maybe.
And maybe.
Well, isn't
And-
it shut down right now?
We'll get into that in a second, but
Oh.
but everyone's upset
I'm
at Trump,
lost
and
on it.
in the meantime, Trump is solving world peace in the Middle East, and it just seems like this insane dichotomy. What's your take on what's happening to the south of us?
Gosh. You know, the whole thing confuses me a lot, and one of the big reasons for the shutdown being the longest in US history, if I'm not mistaken, was due to the Republicans refusing to budge when it came to healthcare coverage, because there's a lot of Americans who are about to lose that thanks to some of the legislation that they put through, and they don't want to change that at all. I have not read into every single one of the little details and arguments for and against with that one. But having said that, I mean, obviously the administration feels as though they're well within their rights to be doing what they're doing. Democrats are really upset about it. I haven't liked how the Democrats are with it. There's been a lot of like leaked messages and people kind of making fun of it. And I'm like, that's just gross. Don't do that. People
Mhm.
pay for you. People elected you. That's just not a respectful way to treat your constituents. Even if you don't like Trump, I don't care. That doesn't mean anything to me. Figure it out and get it done.
Yeah.
Kind of my attitude. But it is interesting, isn't it? The perception of him versus what he is doing versus the reception of those actions from the American public, right? And I think that I mean, we see that pattern a lot in Western nations where there's just a lot of like heat and vitriol, and it's really intense, unless of course you're on our side, and
Mhm.
it's just really, it's really noisy, for lack of better words. But I do think, regardless if you like Donald Trump or not, that doesn't matter to me. What is he doing? And is he doing what his constituents elected him to do,
Yeah.
or not? Because that's the most important thing. He has the midterms coming up. That's the most important thing right then and there, right? And that's democracy. And if you don't want to live in a democratic nation, I think you'll probably come and move back to one after not living in one for a while.
Yeah.
And sometimes you like it and sometimes you don't like it. And welcome to my life for the last 10 years. So
Sometimes you don't like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So with him, then I was talking with a friend today. He was saying that he thinks that Donald Trump is going to make himself a permanent president. Like he's going to change the rules and just
Oh,
get
yeah.
reelected again. Have you heard anything about this? And
Yeah,
what is your take on?
I've definitely heard things like that. I've heard some rumblings about Trump changing certain things. I think there is a potential loophole. Do I think he would act on it? That I really don't know. I don't know
Mhm.
Donald Trump. I don't know his motives in that regard. Again, there's a lot of noise, and so it's easy to speculate, but I really don't know.
Do you think
Um,
it's liberal fear mongering though?
I think that's a very big part of it. And again, it's to keep the noise and the panic and the fear so that you're not actually paying attention to what's really going on,
Yeah.
And we see that in politics across the board. And that is not party specific either. If when you have conservative governments in place, you see kind of the same thing. I think the big difference there, though, is the media. And media, whether you like it or not, influences public perception a lot.
Yeah.
Even if people don't watch it a lot, it influences things big time. We see that in the UK, we see that here as well as in the USA.
Yeah.
But I think that there is definitely there's one loophole that I've heard of where there's something where JD Vance could run, and in my opinion, I think that JD Vance will be the next president of the
Yeah.
United States. I think he would do a fine job at it. But some of the speculation I've heard is that he would run, and then he would assign Trump as vice president. But then if JD
Yeah.
Vance were to step down or step away, then Trump would resume presidency. I can't fathom a swindig. That's what I'm going to call it. Like that taking place and actually
Or
going
even
through.
JD giving it up that
Yeah.
easily.
I can't picture that at all.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah, maybe if because the loophole is the vice presidency,
Yeah.
or other roles in the administration, who then you could
Advisorship
Yeah.
kind of.
so I could maybe see something like that if Trump even wants to do it. Trump's old.
Yeah.
Like, does he even want to do that? I don't know. If he actually makes good on all of his election promises and he feels fulfilled, and JD Vance is there, like, the country's in good hands, arguably probably better hands than under Trump in some respects too. And JD Vance is much well liked globally. His approach and tone is very different than Trump's, which has other people like him more, and he's not Orange Man bad. So right
Well, he's
there,
not.
he
He's not
wins.
in the spotlight per se.
Yeah.
Like if you're the vice president, we knew this from the previous administration for the Democrats, but you don't have to say. Kamala Harris said 5 words when she was the vice president.
They
still
weren't
does.
a sentence, but they
Yeah.
were 5 words.
Yeah.
So until you're in the fish,
Sorry, I just-
exactly. But until you're in the fishbowl, you don't know, right?
Yeah,
You-
yeah.
You're just not Donald Trump,
Yeah.
right? It's kind of like in Canada when we had our current prime minister. It was basically the non Justin Trudeau
Yeah.
effect. Anyone but Justin Trudeau
Mhm.
And that's who we elected.
was who got elected, and
Yeah.
that helped by elbows up and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But anyway.
You brought up Justin Trudeau. Did you see the latest news about him?
With his new
dating
GF.
the astronaut.
GF? The
You know, it's so
astronaut.
funny when this is my bad. Because I tried really hard to play devil's advocate with that one when all those rumors first started swirling.
Yeah.
And he was getting so much heat online,
Yeah.
so much heat. And I remember saying to so many people, I posted about this too, and I felt so confidently. I'm like, his son, Xavier, is an artist.
Wants to get into music.
And he's coming out with like an EP and stuff. That's why they're meeting, duh. It's not
Yeah.
because they're dating. Everybody
Right.
calm down. It's just because of his son. His son just dropped a new single. That's why they're meeting. And then you see them on the yacht, and I'm like, nope, that was wrong. That was very wrong. Sorry, everybody.
May have read that one
Not
wrong.
gonna try to do that again. It turns out that the most probable, what is that? Occam's razor. The most likely,
Scenario
outcome.
is
Yeah.
probably the
the
correct
actual
one.
outcome.
Yeah.
I live by that principle.
Yeah.
So
I like the memes that are coming out though. Have you seen a lot of the memes
of
Justin
JT.
Trudeau? Yeah,
I saw a couple of them a few weeks back.
Like-
but,
the astronaut and the pregnant man.
Yeah.
oh gosh. You know, if I can be totally frank, and I know that this isn't incredibly out of character when you think about past prime ministers or people of high stature in Canada and kind of getting swept into the celebrity lifestyle. I mean, think of even Trudeau's mother and the circles that she was a big socialite, right?
Yeah.
I don't know
She
what it
dated
is.
Fidel Castro.
They had a
It's
child.
not verified at all.
Oh right, I forgot. You only go on facts. We like to go on hearsay.
You know, it's funny. A friend of mine from Argentina texted me something about that recently, and he's like, "This is true, right?" And I'm like, "No, stop."
What was that accent again?
I don't know. It's not
Can
a
you do that
Russian.
again?
Was that a
True.
Russian accent?
This is
I'm
true,
from
right?
Argentina.
He was like, "Oh, crikey, this is
No, so he's
this must
Australian.
be
That's
true,
going-
right?"
It's better than being a Russian accent.
But yeah, anyway, sorry. Back to Justin Trudeau. The one thing about it that I actually really didn't like, and this isn't me shaming or anything like that. It's just my own values and how I wish the world was.
Mhm.
I don't care that he's dating Katy Perry. Enjoy your life.
Yeah.
Great. You know what, Justin Trudeau, if there's anything I could say about him that is good, it's that
His hair.
His
He's got-
hair
yeah.
His
still
hair.
has it.
It's great hair.
And
Great
also
hair.
that, you know, I'm quite sure he's a really good dad. I actually really believe that he is a really good dad and he really loves his children. I would say that about him. Maybe a scandal will come out and I'll take that back and we'll have to wipe this from the internet. But for now,
No, we're gonna keep it for sure.
that would help you with views.
Yes.
That
Jasmine
sounded-
Laine
that
says
sounded
Justin
rude. I didn't
Trudeau's a
mean for
really
it
great
to.
dad.
But I would
Am
say
I?
Fact or fiction?
I would say that's the one thing though, is I'm pretty sure he is a really good dad. And
Well, you'd be a really good mom too if you had all that taxpayer money and you could do
That is
anything
true.
for your children.
yeah, I'd take my kids hiking and skiing everywhere with
Exactly,
nannies.
and so did he.
Yeah. But Katy Perry has a daughter, Daisy, if I'm not mistaken, is her
Mm.
name. And, you know, I'm sure he's going to be a great stepdad. And I'm like, great, cool, enjoy your life. The thing I didn't like about it, though, was the fact that I'm of the belief that politics and who you are pre and post being elected means something and it matters a lot. And just on a personal, more cultural note, don't like the idea that Canada's former prime minister, is out making out with a girl on a yacht in like a bikini for all the tabloids to publish.
Okay, so are you saying it was manufactured by them? Because
I don't think
But you
so.
could argue that they're not.
It has come out
Yeah.
very coincidentally
I think-
during the budget.
I think the first round of Katy Perry Trudeau was definitely manufactured,
Right.
obviously, because the dates didn't line up of when they said they were there versus what he was actually doing on that
Yeah.
date. So like that was for sure manufactured.
Because
But
if you went on a yacht with Steven and the paparazzi came, that's not your fault, is it?
no, it isn't. But it's also how you behave and carry yourself, I think, is
Right.
important. Especially you're coming out of 1 year after having to resign. There's a lot of attention around you. Maybe just lay low for a tad.
Maybe be in the yacht.
They
not-
were in Santa Barbara. It was a yacht in Santa Barbara, if I'm not mistaken, which has the most beautiful beaches for
and
sure.
tons of paparazzi.
Oh, it's madness there. I've been to
Yeah.
Santa Barbara before. It was wonderful, and insane. But
This person who never travels has been to more places than most of us.
that was like 2 years
Just
ago.
dropping it. Nashville. Santa
2 years
Barbara.
ago, 1 year ago,
Ottawa.
6 months,
6 months
4
ago.
months.
I guess maybe I haven't been on I've been on a lot of work trips. Like Santa Barbara was a work trip. Actually,
Okay.
both times I went to LA were work related. And
Was that with that other podcast?
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah, I went the one where I was in Santa Barbara was on that other podcast.
Didn't you said you missed being on a podcast with somebody with that one by like one day or one taping.
Mhm.
Who was it that you missed being on the podcast with? I can't remember the name.
If I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure that was Charlie Kirk's episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's what you said last
Yeah,
time.
and I missed it by a day. And I actually could have been on that panel as well, but it was me who changed dates. It was me due to my travel and all that, which is kind of crazy.
Yeah. Very
Uh-huh.
interesting how the world works that way.
Yeah, very,
Yeah.
very crazy.
I think we talked enough about politics.
No,
That's
we
fine.
didn't.
Okay, so
I know you, but you said, I want to come on your show so that I can talk something other than politics.
I
So
don't
we're
remember
gonna
saying
get-
that. That was
well,
a bot.
we have to
bot.
get into some politics with you because you're so well spoken on the
Yeah,
matter.
and I love your opinion on politics. Sometimes
Yeah.
I'm very relaxed on it. I don't care as much, but it's not that I don't care. I just like to make fun of it.
Well, that's fine.
It's more fun that way.
It
for
is
me.
way more fun that
and that way I don't get so invested.
So let's switch gears. It's the middle of
but
November.
we're gonna ask a question, and you can tell us whether or not you can answer it
Okay.
before, and then we can cut it if you don't like it.
Okay.
Go ahead, you ask it.
I'm gonna ask it.
Yeah, because
Okay.
I had another question. You do that one.
You
Okay.
guys work so well together.
Do you want to? Okay,
I'll do mine after yours.
because you think she's not gonna answer mine.
Oh, she will.
Okay, we'll see.
You don't have to
Will
cut
there
it.
ever be a time where you can talk about it?
Probably.
Oh yeah.
Probably. But I don't. But that's the thing. Yes.
You don't want to like. I'm not looking
Yes,
for
but
negativity. I'm
yeah.
just looking for like
Clicks.
no.
Never
No.
disappoints. I'm moving on. I'm
Well,
done.
There
And
comes
that's why like we ask is just because
Yeah.
it kind of gives you a chance to like clear your air as well. But we won't talk about. We'll cut it here.
There's so much
Tim
air
has a
being
question.
cleared right now.
Tim has a question.
so the next time we're going to go into the next time.
The
she said.
fourth
That's what I heard anyway.
part 4.
So it's the middle of November and Christmas is coming. Are you a big Christmas person? What are you looking forward to? Do you have traditions? Are you a big Christmas person?
I'm not like a Mariah Carey Christmas person by any stretch.
We
Defo-
already,
do I do
we
it
already
with-
determined you don't sing.
Yeah.
So
Define what a Mariah Carey Christmas person
That's
is.
like a Christmas tree, full house decorated, 1st of November type of a gal. That's not my style. I honestly am not a big Christmassy. It's so funny though. I'm not a big Christmas person. I don't really care about it until the week of. And then like the day of, it's like, this is the most beautiful moment. Everybody's here and it's so magical. And yes, Mom, here, I'd love to help you take the turkey out of the oven. Oh my good. Like I'm just turned into this little snow fairy. But leading up to it, I never really think about it that much, but I do love Christmas for sure. I probably won't put up my tree until the week of. And I probably won't finish wrapping presents until the morning of.
or buying the presents.
That'll change.
I'm actually really good with Christmas presents. I buy them early. Like I started shopping in September.
yeah, I already got Tim's
So-
Christmas present.
Yeah, see, I have
Did
all
you
my
really?
nephew's presents.
Hmm.
I'm wondering what it is. Secrets.
Find out on one of the
Yeah.
episodes.
Christmas tradition wise, I used to have a lot of Christmas traditions. I don't anymore though, just with a change in my life. I'm sure you all know what that is. So some of the traditions I previously had, I do not have anymore.
Mhm.
We do rum nogs. That's a thing.
Rum nog.
What is that?
Is that just
Rum
like
and eggnogs.
Okay.
Not a big drinker, but I will do rum nogs on
8
Christmas
of those,
Eve.
yeah.
I just
8.
pictured I just pictured Jasmine with a bottle of rum and a jug of eggnog and just like half and half all the way.
Ooh, it's coming down.
Yeah. I
That's
do
a
that.
family tradition. This is what
I
she
want
does.
to help you, Mom. Let's go in the kitchen and bake
Let's
some
open
stuff.
up the turkey.
Can I tell you guys something actually that's really nice? I posted about this recently on social media, and it was my first time really kind of reflecting on it because we just had Thanksgiving, and I kind of realized that my childhood was in many ways super chaotic for sure. It was very unstable for sure. However, one thing that I always had was my mom was really adamant that she never wanted to use us as pawns, and she never wanted to take my dad away from us. And so growing up, like I never really had 2 Christmases or 2 birthdays or anything like that. My family always got together. And over Thanksgiving, I was thinking of this, and I think it's something where you grow up and you never really think about it much. But like, I've had friends whose parents got divorced when they were the same age as I was when mine did, or when they're older than me, and they hate their one parent. It's usually like my gal pals. We talked about this in the last episode. I don't really have guy friends, but so like some of my gal pals will be like, I hate my dad. I hate my dad so much because of XYZ and blah, blah, blah.
Mhm.
That divorce messed me up so bad. Like that's one thing I hear a lot. And I've never really understood that, because when people would always say like, oh, well, I hate my dad, or this was really hard, it ruined my life. I've had such a hard time, because I think as a kid, especially, and as a teenager, I always assumed that everybody's dynamic was the same as mine.
Yep.
And so for me, growing up with my parents being separated, we still did Christmas as a whole family. My grandpa on my dad's side is still just as close with my grandparents on my mom's side as he was when he met them 37 years ago.
Oh, wow.
And they always sit beside each other at the end of the table, and they gossip like little school kids. Like, not actually, but
Usually about you.
yeah,
and
probably.
your family.
Do school kids gossip?
Yes.
Yes,
Your kids
they
gossip?
do.
Probably.
Okay.
I'm sure they do. But like, even like my dad and my stepmom get along great with my mom and my stepdad, and my dad and my stepdad will like tag team making dinner for everybody, and my mom is in there doing the baking, and my stepmom's helping out. Like, I've always just had that
So
really
all
big
four of them
mix.
get together for Christmas.
Oh yeah, and Thanksgiving and Easter and birthdays.
That's very unusual.
It is, yeah. But
Yeah.
So that's the thing, is I only had that realization this past Thanksgiving
Oh, really?
when I was like,
Oh.
oh,
That's not normal.
this is weird. And I remember it was as I was walking, my nephew's like pulling at my leg, and I had to get him to, he's 3, so he's getting there, but he's pretty awful still. But he was insistent on
This is the one that you didn't get to see born. That's why.
yeah.
The one that you got to see birth.
He's an
was-
angel.
He's the best.
The best?
The
Yeah.
3-year-old though. Jeez.
But he is so adamant on like helping with everything, and so obviously he helps with absolutely everything, and I love that. But we have like this like fold out table. My sister already has like 2 dining tables in her house. They're in like different rooms, but so you push them together. But we needed another table so that it could fit our whole family, because it's everybody there. And I remember my nephew was like, why do we need this table? And I was like, because we got to fit everybody. And he's like, said, well, why is there so many people? And I was like, because that's a good question, dude. Why is there so many people? This isn't normal. So I think, to kind of bounce back to your question there, like I'm not a big holiday person in general,
Mhm.
but I love my family so much.
That's why Thanksgiving's the best holiday.
Like the food. Oh, that's so good.
Yeah. And there's no pressure to get presents.
yeah, it's just, you're just having it.
It's just
You're just spending
family.
time together.
Favorite holiday food? Food is awesome. What's your favorite?
I would say mashed potato volcanoes. You make your mashed potatoes into a volcano. You
And you put the
stab
gravy in
a
it?
hole through it with a
Oh,
knife.
yeah,
and
yeah,
you
yeah.
twist,
That's right.
and then you do a gravy.
Yeah.
And you make
Okay.
a volcano.
I've seen it, never done it.
It's the
seen it.
best.
That's your favorite holiday food?
Uh-huh.
Better than turkey?
Uh-huh.
Better than stuffing?
Uh-huh.
Better than meatballs?
I will
Better than
take
cabbage rolls?
I will take a keg of mashed potato volcanoes all day.
All right, next episode. When
Now
she
we
says
know.
all I want is water, we're gonna bring one of those big mashed potato
Dude,
volcanoes.
You're gonna have to eat dry mashed potato volcanoes.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it won't be dry. They'll have gravy.
a mountain of gravy.
Gravy.
We should go into the game.
Well, we got a couple more personal questions first, because I'd like to find
Personal
out these
questions.
answers. You and Steven have been together for
I don't even know, a long time.
2.5 years now. 2
Something-
years, something more than that.
Somewhere around there.
So, what's happening there?
Still nothing.
Okay.
What's happening?
We got
Dish-
into it a
dish
little
out.
bit last time, but I just wanted to see if there's any updates.
Yeah, you know what happened actually recently? This happened very recently. I stopped
Because
asking.
I think last time we were supposed to start talking to Steven for you.
Yeah, and you didn't.
No.
So it's funny.
We didn't get his phone number.
Oh, well.
So if you can give me Anna's phone number and Steven's phone number, that would be fantastic.
Wow. It's funny though. His answer has changed. I recently said to him, so when are we getting married? And instead of saying, I don't know, he finally said, one day. I'm like,
Wow. That's slightly
that's a step.
Yeah.
slightly better.
That's a step in the
Not
right
much
direction.
better.
No, it honestly is almost worse.
Yeah, one
Like,
day.
I don't know.
Like
is at
Tuesday,
least like
or-
it's coming up soon, honey.
Maybe
just wait.
2020.
Whereas like one day,
Yeah.
I honestly thought that this summer we were going to hear something. And
yeah, no.
One day.
So,
that wasn't the day.
I'm not trying
No.
to put pressure on you or anything like that.
Oh, it's fine.
The second question is the kids question. When you said last time you wanted to have 7 kids, is that still the case?
Yes.
Like Steven's, is he going to give into that, or is that
No,
the
but I don't
reason
care.
for one day?
I'm gonna be a
Depending
mom.
on depending on what day.
Yeah, I'm gonna be a mom. He doesn't need to like it. It's coming.
Okay.
I
That
think
was
he
one of the
needs to
things-
do something.
When him and I first met, because that was or I shouldn't say first met, but like when we first started dating, that was something that I was really adamant on. And I'm a psychopath when it comes to dating. Always have
Just
been.
clip that out too.
It's fine. I'm not like a burn your house down psychopath, but
16.
I remember the first time that him and I like went on a date, and I was like, I like this guy. I think I want to date this guy. But I'm not the dater. That's not my vibe. I was in a relationship for 10 years.
Mhm.
Like I'm not a dater, you know? And I'm like, I'm a get doner. So
You're a relationshipper.
yeah, I'm like okay, great. The key, you threw it out, you promise? Perfect. Like the key to his heart
Yes, I got it.
or handcuffs, whatever.
The what?
I said or handcuffs.
Okay, I just wanted you to repeat it.
Fuzzy handcuffs.
No,
Okay,
like
you brought it up.
like psychopath. You're stuck
Oh.
with me forever.
Psychopath
handcuffs.
fuzzy
Oh.
handcuffs.
Oh you guys have been watching way too many movies.
I have.
We didn't bring it up. You said it.
You said handcuffs. We just
My
reiterated
goodness.
and added
thought
to it.
differently about it, I guess.
But when him and I first started dating, I remember it was our second date. And I said to him, I was like, this is probably uncomfortable, but I think I like you and I'm just going to lay it all out. And he was like, okay. And Steven is polar opposite to me. He is the most quiet guy in the world. Like it's weird that we're dating. I don't quite understand it yet, but here we are and it works. But that's usually how that works though, honestly, with most couples.
I would love to bring Steven next time.
He would hate that.
He can.
I would, yeah.
He would hate
Just
that.
sit there.
He would
He
would
doesn't
hate
have to say
it.
anything.
He would be so bored.
Yeah, but it's all about us. We want him to
Yeah.
come on
Yeah,
this is the episode.
Okay, got it. But I remember I had said to him, I was like,
One day.
so I want to get married.
One
Do you want to
day.
get married? That's funny.
Yeah.
And he was like, I don't know. I've never really thought about it before. And I was like, well, I do. So if we're going to date, I just know that I really value marriage. I really want to be married. And he was like, okay. And I was like, what about kids? Do you want kids? And he was like, yeah, I'd like to have kids one day.
One day.
One day.
Every-
I've never thought about it.
Ooh, a one dayer. And I said to him, I was like, okay, well, I want to have kids. So I'm going to give you like a month or something, just kind of mull that over. And like, if you really don't want to have kids, let's just cut this, before we get in too deep. And if you're okay with having kids, I just want you to know that a month from today, when we
We're
have
gonna
this
have kids.
conversation again, that if you choose to stay with me, we are having children. And he was like, okay.
Do you- I mean, this might not be a personal question for you, but do you find there's in the back of your mind or in any woman's mind, there's a clock that says, okay, I'm fine with the one day answer, but by this time, I'm not okay with the one day answer.
I think from the get-go, you're not okay with the one day answer at all. That's not natural though either, right? Like everybody wants to feel like, and perhaps the reason why for me, it's just like, I kind of laugh it off and it's whatever is likely due to my heart being the way that it is from my past, where
Mhm.
I'm actually not in a big rush for anything. And, I love to whatever capacity I can.
But you're the person that likes to get done. You don't like to date.
I'm a get doner for sure. So I've made my intentions very clear.
Yeah.
And there will for sure come a point where I'm like, okay.
Did you
well,
show Steven the last episode?
No.
That's the problem. See,
I can
you
do
gotta
that.
show him this episode.
He'll hate it.
Just this last part.
He'll be like, "Oh my god, I listened to you talk all day long, and now I come home from work and I have to listen to you."
I'll tell
talk
you
some
exactly
more."
the time code where he has to start.
Him and I, we talk about this stuff though, so it's not like this is like
This
out
won't be
of-
new to him.
No,
So
not
he
at
doesn't say much and you talk. So is it you talking together or are you just saying a bunch of stuff and him just nodding?
both, I would say. Yeah, no, it depends on the topic.
Is he watching TV while you're talking?
Not usually, actually. No.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
Because if he is, he's not listening.
Oh no, not at all. No, we're very polar opposite in so many ways, but then also I don't know, yeah, like he's more of an observer and a processor, whereas I am more of like, here's everything on my chest right now and it's out.
Yeah.
He'll take that information and like get into it deeper after he's had.
And then he'll say the next day, remember when you said, and you're like, no,
yeah,
I don't.
One day. So we have a game to play with you. So it's a new game. We've never played this game. And we actually titled it today. It's called Maple Leaf or Make Believe with
That's
Jasmin Laine.
good.
Or Lane or Laine
Laine.
Or as Tim calls you, Yasmin.
Yasmin.
He always goes, when's Yasmin going to stop
Hey,
canceling on us?
we never bugged her about canceling on us.
Yeah.
I was sick. I'm still kind of
Twice.
getting over it.
Twice.
That was a brutal
It's
month.
been like 6 weeks of waiting.
Yeah.
And... So basically it's headlines from the news cycle or headlines that are not from the news cycle.
And I have
You
to
have to
guess.
pick
And you have to
one's fake,
guess whether they're fake
one's
or real. They're either
Ooh.
Maple Leaf or Make Believe.
That is a really brilliant name, by the way. Good
They-
job.
Thank
Do you work at a radio station?
He didn't come up. He just asked
Did I?
ChatGPT.
Or do I?
He asked
Um,
ChatGPT about AI. Did all this stuff, the heavy lifting.
Tim has to ruin everything for everybody. Anyway, so we're going to talk about some headlines and let's put your knowledge
Gosh,
to the
okay.
test here because you
I'm sure you'll
study
ace
this.
it.
And that's why I wanted to do this, because you
Yeah.
study this stuff. Conservative leader Pierre Poilievre promises tougher ethics rules, targets Mark Carney's assets.
That's real.
That is real.
Maple Leaf. Right?
Maple Leaf, that's right.
Maple Leaf.
Maple Leaf.
Double M.
Okay, Tim, you can...
Canadian government's satellite deal has Tories calling for a national security review of Elon Musk's involvement.
That sounds real.
But is it?
I think yes.
You are right.
Correct.
That one is also real. Ottawa considering a new national digital ID system tied to the federal tax filings.
That sounds like it could be real, but I actually don't know.
Maybe all these are real.
I don't know
He's confusing you.
100%.
Don't
Because
listen to
this one, they did say something when it came to digital ID. Oh, but the tax filing, and they just said that. Read it to me again.
Ottawa considering a new national digital ID system tied to federal tax filings.
I'm going to say that it's fake, but I really want to say that it's real. But I'm only saying it's fake solely based on like some nuance in the wordage.
It's fake.
Okay.
Canadian.
Because that is very similar.
I know it's very wordy. Canadian leaders say Donald Trump's talk about Canada becoming the 51st state isn't funny anymore.
That has to be real.
Has to be real?
Yeah.
That
What
is
is
real.
it?
It's real.
Yeah.
That it sounds fake. Like
Because it's
Because it's off cuff.
becoming the
It's not-
51st state isn't funny
it's
anymore.
not funny anymore, everybody.
Yeah. AP News. Federal government explores introducing carbon credit rewards for households that compost and reduce waste.
Real?
Fake.
Fake? I was
Real
going to say,
fake.
because there is carbon credit systems that Mark Carney's wrote an entire book about and has been talking about, but I was like, I don't remember hearing anything about them when it comes to like recycling, but
And you know what
maybe I missed something.
You know what I can do at the end of this is I can send all these to you, and the fake ones you can do like April Fool's videos.
No.
Okay.
Next one. Senators call for national inquiry into AI's role in political advertising before the next election.
That's real.
That is also fake.
What?
Yep.
Yep.
Huh.
And I accidentally, when I was reading this out to Tim, I accidentally said into Al's role, and I'm like, who's Al?
Who's Al?
I'll take it.
Budget includes CBC funding boost. Pitches getting Canada into the Eurovision International Song Contest.
That is absolutely real.
Wow. I would have said fake.
That
'cause
is
I thought Eurovision
absolutely
wasn't
real. I forgot Eurovision existed for a while until I saw that.
Have you seen the movie with Will Ferrell? That
Is it called Eurovision?
Yeah, isn't that the where he does a song? He's one of those people who are doing it.
I know what you're talking about. Yes,
Yeah.
I have definitely seen that, but
Yeah.
a long time ago.
Yeah.
Never heard of that.
No, you've never seen it
No.
or heard of it? Wow. Okay.
What is that movie called?
Eurovision?
No.
I think so.
I don't think that's what it's called.
I can't remember what it's called now, but anyway. So you said she gave you the answer to that one?
Yeah, she said it was real, and I would have
100%
guessed
real.
fake.
Yep.
Absolutely real.
It is absolutely real. Yeah.
And
Very
the last
good.
one.
Prime
Tim has.
Minister faces backlash after government spends $2.3 million rebranding Canada's official word mark.
There was no way the prime minister would ever face backlash in the news. So obviously that's fake.
You are correct.
But it's not because he was spent $2.3 million
That's chump
rebranding
change.
That
Canada's
means
word mark.
The Liberals
Nothing.
spend that before
That means
lunchtime on a
nothing.
Thursday afternoon or morning.
We should have put something like Prime Minister faces cheers after government spends.
It's like, and that was that CBC? Who was it who wrote that one? I bet I know them.
After changing the Canadian flag to the new Canadian flag, it's a new subtle color of red. It's not as angry.
Burgundy.
It's
That's burgundy.
No, burgundy's darker red.
To match Jasmine's shirt.
This
That's
is
brown.
brown.
I don't know.
Are you okay?
He thinks he's wearing a black shirt.
Yeah. Just having an aneurysm over
That's
here.
okay.
Anyway, so that's the game Maple Leaf or
Make Believe.
with
That's
Jasmin Laine. How early do you record your stuff? I'm guessing you have to record it usually the day before that it comes out or the day of.
I do the day of, as often as possible. There's the odd time where I've done a day before if I'm traveling or something, but usually it's the day of.
Because it's with the news cycle, basically.
Yeah, and I want it to be here's
Current,
what's
yeah.
happening today. But I don't, it kind of depends on the day, but I would say like I wake up at about 7 every single day. I spend some time just cuddling with my baby Lulu. And I would say I start my workday at probably 8 a.m., give or take. And that's usually just writing, scripting, figuring things out, gathering news, having phone calls. I have a lot of meetings in the mornings with various people on and off the record. Then I do my show. My show takes me probably about 3 hours or so when all said
Okay.
and done, when it comes to, because that's the thing too, is I like am live filming and editing every episode. That's just, it's psychotic, but that's just my
Yeah.
flow and I'm used to it and it works. So I'm like live filming, live editing, everything. Then I publish it for 2:30 p.m. And then I usually have like a very slight break of some sort where I like to be outside. So I'll usually take like Lou for a walk and then I'm back in my office editing, scripting, writing, researching, meetings, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
So it's very consuming for sure, but doesn't feel like it.
What are you most looking forward to the next year? Work-wise, let's say.
Scaling even more. There's a lot of things planned for the new year that I don't know. Like I said, it's like everything happens so fast.
Mhm.
And I think I said this on your show before too, but I'm like Carrie Underwood, Jesus take the wheel.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna keep following this and let's see what happens. And I have faith that no matter what the end result is, it's exactly where I need to be for whatever reason it is that will come to me at some point in this life or in the next. So there's a lot of things that are happening in the new year that I don't even understand how they work, how they're happening, what I'm doing, how I'm doing it, why I'm doing it, what is life.
Mhm.
But I'm just really, really excited about that. So like lots of scaling up opportunities in terms of like I'm planning a couple different tours to do public speaking engagements, live
awesome.
question answers, things like that. We have one already confirmed in Toronto and Montreal, Calgary, and also Winnipeg I'm working on right now. and there's going to be like a few of those with a couple different people involved. And then also I'm currently trying very hard to break into the American market, because I swear if I have to hear another liberal pundit talking about how much they hate Donald Trump on CNN from Canada one more time, I'm going to lose it. I think that is such terrible diplomacy, and it makes us look so incredibly weak. And I just want to talk policy and the reality of a lot of these situations. I don't want to get caught up in the noise and the feelings and the emotions of it all. I just really want us to figure something out and get back to what we used to be. And so I'm working really hard on that. So a couple of hopefully really big guest appearances in 2026
that you're going to be doing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nothing totally confirmed yet, but definitely the seeds have been planted. The conversations are being had.
Ben Shapiro, Tucker Carlson.
I don't know that I would be a good fit on Tucker Carlson, to be honest with you, but
Oh, so Ben Shapiro.
no. But there's definitely some things that I'm not gonna like name any names, because again, there's a lot of everything happened really fast. So baby steps are being made towards this right now, but I really do just have a lot of hope and light for the future, and I'm excited.
So when we go out, the three of us, for karaoke, the song that we need her to do
is Carrie Underwood.
Carrie Underwood.
Yeah.
Jesus.
That's what I got from that answer.
That's my song.
Yeah.
That's the only thing you got from that answer.
That's right.
And after
Wow.
that, he was like, gosh, can you please, I'm so hungry. Can you shut up? I have to go change my socks.
No, he's already eaten once today. Anyways, Jasmin, it's so good chatting with you again.
Thanks for coming on.
So many different topics that, like, we try to change it up a little bit, but obviously politics is a lot of fun to talk with you about. But every now and again, we want to still reach out and connect with you.
Every 30 episodes.
Every 30 episodes
That's right.
so. And then, what's that?
It's a pinky swear.
Okay.
I thought we were doing a blood oath.
Are you? You're not in here? Well, he's got it.
I am just obsessed with you.
And
You are on fire today. Who raised you? This is
single
great.
mother.
But yes, that's right.
Iconic. I absolutely love this.
I identify with you, single mother. Yeah.
I love
Split
this.
family. So,
Mhm.
and we forgot to tell people to like, subscribe, share, do all those things. And if you haven't had a chance to watch Jasmin on the last 2 episodes, go back and watch those first before you come watch this one.
Yes,
Yep.
do that. And thank you, Jasmin. We appreciate you joining us again.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching the Greg and Tim Show podcast. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with all your friends. Sharing is caring.